Yo, what's up, chat?
Hello, hello.
It's me and Conteria commentating today for Saturn versus Syl. Both these runners are pretty good, so this will be a quite the match to watch. I have no idea who's gonna come out on top. But yeah, you guys have time to predict, so we'll let you guys decide who you want to root for. You can do that in the chat right now.
You know what? With how many diamonds Sylph had there, I think Sylph really has the dedication to mine all those diamonds. Means you got to be pretty like
Pretty lucky
convinced. I,
and good.
I don't know what I wanted to say, but I'm rooting for Sylph now because of all those diamonds, and it's starting in a
Good.
forest next to a desert. Sylph was grabbing some logs early, some birch logs, notably. I think that's gonna be important later.
I don't know if Sylv
Well,
knows where this temple is yet,
yeah, it
but
doesn't seem like
Saturn
it.
does. Oh, never mind.
Oh, but
There it is.
sees that now.
But Saturn will be getting there quicker. Only grabbing 2 logs, but that's fine. Grabbing 2 logs is fine. You can still craft like shovel and like all the different tool types, but not like multiple gold picks if you need to do that.
Sylph grabbing a little cow punch there is gonna arrive with a bit more hunger in the temple. Not sure if it's gonna matter, but it's a nice
Not- yeah,
little
I'm not
strat
sure
either
either.
way.
Anyways, yeah. So the reason like the runners do grab wood is in case they need to get stone, because like low resources in the temple, or if there's gravel at the bottom of the temple, expose that. But doesn't look like they'll be needing either. Something I am surprised about is Saturn decided to make a gold axe with 14 gold. Usually, like, the optimal amount of gold picks you want to have is like 4 gold picks, so that is a little bit surprising to me. But it's not terrible. 3 gold picks is still doable.
Throwing out the emeralds hurts my 115 heart, but it's fine. I'm doing
Yeah, there's
fine.
no village in sight, and since there's chickens that spawn, there's really no reason to just save it. Just clog
Yeah,
space.
absolutely. Sylph, by the way, already killed one chicken, so while she didn't get any feathers from that, it is a head start on chickens.
Something
This
I'm worried about is, yeah, Silva's running towards a swamp, but there's no gravel in the swamp. So Silva's looking in the desert river for gravel instead.
Yeah, it's gonna find some here while Saturn is grabbing some more leaves at the forest. Sylph also had a few chicken there, so it's gonna
Yeah,
be able to get some feathers.
yeah, it's hard
I'm
to
not
tell.
sure where the lava pool is, so
It's hard to tell who's gonna pull ahead because they're doing things in like a different order right now. And because Sylv doesn't have any hunger right now, has to kill these chickens with flint and steel just for some quick food. Chickens aren't the optimal food, but Sylv just had to kill a few there.
sometimes you take what you can get.
Okay, interesting. Sylv is choosing to get all these animals before the trees.
It
So
isn't close to any wood, like any leaves, so it's gonna be have to run like a little bit to get to the forest.
and Saturn seems to be done with shearing and getting stuff, just looking for gravel, I think, right now. So that is where Sylv does have an advantage. Sylv went to a river for gravel. Saturn just has to look around in this forest now because he's not near any rivers.
Did Saturn get any food yet? Not sure I
No,
saw
he's
him grab any.
surviving off rotten flesh right now. He can't get food without flint and
There's some
steel right
pigs there though, but choose to ignore them. I'm not sure if I like that.
choosing to look in these ponds and actually finds pond gravel.
Not a lot though,
Not a
so it's
lot,
gonna have
but
to manage with 12 arrows, unless
no,
he
it
finds
was
some more
he had
later.
4 gravel, so that is enough for to get 16 arrows, which
Oh, is
is
it 4 arrows per?
yeah, yeah, it's still
Oh, okay.
okay. Like 16 arrows is definitely pretty okay. Like
Yeah.
maybe a little less than you'd want, but still good.
Also,
But yeah,
yeah, there is a chance you could get some more in the Nether as well. Oh, that's lovable. I didn't realize
and
it was that
I
close.
think Saturn has everything he wants. A lot of food. He has feathers, leaves, so they're both entering right about the same time.
Yeah, choosing very
Oh,
different routes, but
what in the world happened with... Oh,
doesn't seem
Saturn's
to end
water
up
did not...
mattering.
Saturn's water did not flow the way he wanted it to, so Sylv will be entering first.
It does manage to clutch up though, so it's just a couple seconds of difference, maybe 5 seconds.
Both players are like same amount of food, same amount of health.
Oh my god,
Oh!
that was just lag, right?
I didn't even see what happened. I just...
On my screen, like, that was lag. Yeah, that was like a lag or glitch in movement. That was like
Wow. I just...
it looked like walking against against like a ghost block when you're like mining in 116 with gold picks,
Wow,
if you know
I
what I mean.
don't even know what to say, but I mean, I am going to have to go back and see that. I'm gonna look back at the VOD real quick, so I might miss out on events that occur.
Yeah, that's really
And wait,
unlucky.
hold on. It was right when Sylv entered Nether, like only like 5 seconds in. I see jumping across this terrain. Oh, that was a glitch. Wait, you're right. Sylv was in the middle of a jump and it just lagged, and Sylv just got stopped midair and fell down. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of messed up. That's just unlucky. I don't even know what to say, cause I Sylv definitely didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, no, just like looked like just getting stuck in a ghost block. Maybe it's like 5 minutes. Is there like a 5 minute lag in 1.7? I know it's not 5 minutes, but
Yeah, it wasn't even 5 minutes, but I mean, I think they're...
I
I
mean,
actually don't
Optifine
even know.
changes the amount of minutes it is. I think it's like 3 by default or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, that was just really unlucky. Saturn in the meantime already to 3 rods. If I saw that, oh, 5 actually. So is gonna craft his stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, just has a very sizable lead now.
No
To
stone and make a lever, so he's gonna have to remember that, or probably craft it during the dig down, which just loses a little bit of time, but it won't really matter too much as long as he remembers. Already has 7 rods. Oh, 8 rods actually, so Saturn will be leaving, and Sylva's gonna be quite behind. Died in lava to glitch. Yep. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen that before. Like, I don't know if maybe there is like a reasoning it happened. If it's not just completely RNG, it's hard to say. But I will say I've never seen that before. Like, obviously, like, glitching netherrack is very common in this version. Like, just strip mining with gold picks, you're gonna, like, almost always have, like, glitched netherrack where it's, like, it's there, but it shows that you broke it or something.
yeah, but I mean that didn't happen here. Sylph didn't
Yeah,
break
not
any
even...
netherrack.
Yeah, it wasn't even no broken blocks. It was just in the middle of a jump. I'm not even sure
It
what to say.
it just kind of reset the momentum. So I'm assuming it's some form of lag. Maybe I don't know. It's very weird, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, there is a weird thing that happens in this version when you're standing on the edge of blocks. Like, for example, if you're jumping like over like a lava pool and you jump from the edge of the block, you'll like take the tick of lava and like fall in to the lava pool, even though you weren't like, you didn't touch it. But just because you jumped off the edge of the block right next to the lava, it just like thinks you took damage. So I'm gonna guess that it was something similar in this case. It was just like jumping right at the edge of the block, and it just, I don't know. Thought Sylv was falling, and Sylv actually wasn't. Anyways, yeah. Saturn's just starting tower build, and Sylv's only just now re-entering Nether. It's kind of tough, but just how it is right now. Sylv gonna be extra safe second time around. Choosing to go to this fort instead of the other fort does seem to be a lot better. Because you're
Yeah, it looks.
instantly at the good part here. And oof. Choosing to play it safe and take care of that wither skeleton for dealing with displays. I
It's
do like
gonna head
that.
to the spawner here. I don't see the second one instantly, so don't think it's a double spawner. But
Oh,
this spawner
hmm.
looks relatively safe, I think.
Oh, there
Actually,
is
that side
one
is over
blaze
lava.
side. I know Saturn actually had a different spawner that was buried or enclosed, so I'm not sure if it's the same fort
I
due to
think it
like,
is. I'm pretty sure I remember Saturn, like going through this lava here in front of Sylph.
I
Like,
see. Anyways, this is a little tough. This still okay. Still good. And okay, Silva is choosing to stick with the spawner.
yeah, Saturn, meanwhile, crafting his arrows, has 12 now.
Saturn
Oh,
outdid power build. Oh, Saturn must have lost the gravel because she definitely did have 4. But yeah.
perfect tower start, but I don't think he's pre-dug anything. No, he didn't.
Oh, interesting.
Has trampoline as well.
It didn't let him sleep till 10:29. That's like really odd. Like lag or
I'm assuming
something.
it's just lag, yeah.
Yeah.
It had some lag early in the run. Sylph is gonna build a roof here so the blazes can't escape. Definitely choosing the safe approach here. Probably banking on Saturn messing something up because she's got the time loss already.
Mm,
Just playing it safe now,
chat.
hoping Saturn messes up sometime later in the run.
Yeah. Okay, chat is mentioning that Saturn isn't doing the new bed overlap thing. There's like a new tower setup where you can overlap the Enderman running into the hole in the last cycle with sleeping, with like a new bed position. So like as soon as you angered every Enderman, you just go to sleep and they'll all just fall in automatically.
Interesting one.
But it's not too bad to not do it. Only saves a couple seconds, maybe like 2 or 3. It depends on where the Endermen even are anyways. And you know, too lazy to learn it, that's fine. So far we haven't had any matches where it's like a 2-second difference, so. But we did have Saturn versus Max actually. I forget when that was, but Max did win against Saturn by only 6 seconds in one of their matches. So there, who knows? Maybe a small difference like that could matter, but I doubt it's gonna matter for this one with the circumstances. Do do.
Just getting tower spawns. Not really getting great spawns at the moment, but I mean, the night has only just begun. So, well, so I've just got another one of those, like just mid-air lost velocity. Not sure
Interesting.
what's going on. I think it might have been at 8 minutes, so it might actually be like some kind of autosave thing. I'm not sure.
I'm not very sure.
Yeah, Saturn is getting some spawns. Not the greatest, but he'll get
It's
there.
still only low 13. Like the average tower leave would probably be like around 14:30 or maybe it's just sub 15. That's like ideally what you'd want. Sub 14 would be really good, but it definitely is hard to get. Let's see, he's checking and he has 11. So he probably is going to end up leaving sub 15. Now Sylv is going to start a tower build now, but whilst Saturn's almost ready to leave. And Sylv is doing the new tower build, I believe. Yep, there it is. This is the bed overlap setup right here.
Alright. Well, I'm excited to see it. And but, like, how does it? Like, how? What? I don't really get it. Like, don't you have to dig down anyway before you or like,
Mm,
don't you have to sleep before you dig down, or like, how does it
yeah,
work?
no, it doesn't save any time at the very beginning. It's only when you're about to leave tower.
Oh,
So
okay.
without doing that setup when you're leaving tower, it's like Saturn has to wait for all the Endermen to fall in the hole and then sleep.
That
Like
makes
that's
sense.
what he
That makes
just did
sense.
right there. But
Yeah,
Sylv gets to anger the Enderman and then immediately go to the bed, and all the Endermen will just funnel in the hole while she's doing that.
that's an interesting one. I like that.
Anyways, ooh, Saturn is only leaving on 13 pearls.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
maybe
still pretty safe, but I've seen it go wrong before.
wow, 11 string there, and I think there was some more on the ground as well.
Could literally
So
make another bed
yeah, yeah. Actually, like if you
if
pick up
wanted,
the extra string there, you know, might be
but
on something there.
it's not that necessary though. But yeah, still hasn't even started tower yet, and Saturn's already heading to stronghold. I think if I was Saturn, I'm not a fan of this. When you're doing your triangulation split, plopping down the crafting table to craft some stuff, but then not crafting everything you need. I feel like if you place it down once, you might as well just craft like your beds, bow and arrows, because like
Yeah, that's fair.
you are just taking the time loss of like remining your crafting table and stuff. It
Yeah, I
probably
think
doesn't. Mm, yeah.
yeah, go for it.
It probably doesn't matter too much when you're like doing crafting that's like overlapped with like the final eye throw. Like the eye throw that like goes down and then you're waiting for it to fall or come back up. But still, like I think it's just convenient to just have everything crafted and just bam bam bam. I'm not making much sense of that, but it's fine. Anyways, I think Saturn is coming right up on it right now.
I mean, Sylph just starting the tower is gonna have that. How many seconds does the bed thing save?
Um,
Like,
it's like a couple seconds. Especially if you're angering Endermen that are far away, they do
oh yeah,
take
that makes
time
sense.
to reach the hole. So it depends. If you anger a lot of close Endermen, which would only take like 2 seconds to get in the hole, then it would only save like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
But
that
if you're
makes sense.
angering a bunch of far Endermen, then you could save more. It's dependent on the spawns.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's hope for some far Enderman then, I guess. Just like it, obviously, I don't know. But yeah, Saturn looks like he's got the stronghold triangulated now. Throws another eye,
It
and yeah,
seems
it's
to be
gonna
he's
be able to
struggling
dig
just a
down now.
little bit, but should be good.
Probably gonna be able to dig down like at the other side of this river, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's gonna craft his beds now. I'm gonna dig down here.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Just 1 sec.
All right. Yeah. So we see one person digging down, the other falling down. Um, yeah, one falling to their death, the other to the stronghold. Isn't gonna hit. Never mind. It's gonna hit very close to portal room, basically on it. And yeah, has 12 eyes. Needs the 12 eyes as well. So that might be interesting to know for later. Yeah, it hadn't gotten one more eye break here, then it could have actually gone bad with the 13 pearls.
Oh,
Luckily,
was it a
it didn't.
zero?
Yes, it was a zero eye.
Oh,
So, good to note. But yeah,
interesting.
should be able to push his out. Does only, I'm not sure if he got more gravel after the tower split. If not, he only has 12 arrows. So that could actually be a problem if he doesn't get any charges
Well,
here.
we will find out because he will have to open his inventory for
Oh,
more
it doesn't get
beds.
that bad
And
off.
oh, nah, that's not good. He's using up a lot of the arrows early on. which could be a little
Yeah.
problematic. Usually, if you have low arrow counts, you just want to wait for like the first charge,
Oh,
or like
actually, I
make
think that
sure you
was a
save them
charge, no? I
well.
think Saturn actually just stopped it from charging. Yeah, it's not getting
Yeah,
any charges here, and
it
he
was a
might just end up getting unlucky
and then,
here.
oh wow, he went for a risky shot on that crystal tower, and it's not even good
Oh, misses an
damage.
arrow.
Yeah, Saturn only has 2 arrows left. I think I just saw that. Let's go for a flip bed here.
Not great
Oh,
damage,
not
but
great. But
he has
still,
enough beds,
yeah,
so
4 beds left. Only 2 arrows, yep. But is getting the charges. I think it probably will be fine. If Saturn gets charged anytime soon, 1 bed will finish it. And not
yeah.
many 2.
Meanwhile, Sylph is leaving tower here. Gonna leave on 13 as well, I believe, if I'm seeing that correctly. Yeah,
Probably should be fine. I think Saturn
yeah.
did throw quite a few eyes.
And not getting any charges now though, but he has 3 beds, so like as long as he gets them at some point, should be able. Because
Oh, misses a
oh,
charge.
doesn't go for that one.
The terrain was a little
Oh,
weird there. No good place to place a bed, but missing a charge when you don't really have arrows, it's not great.
very low now.
Oh, but just another charge immediately after. And
Yeah,
that's
and
just it.
gets the finish.
So yeah, it's going to be a GG for Saturn. He'll take the first seed. Quite unfortunate that Sylph had whatever that incident was. But yeah, unfortunately that's wraps. We'll see what happens in the next seed. And we are back. And this is similar to last time, but we have Sylph's amazing diamond block sponge cobblestone world. It's quite
No, what are those
beautiful.
blocks at the end of the cobblestone? Are those coal blocks or?
It looked like a zero setup, so I'm gonna be totally honest.
Oh, true. I guess that's it.
You know,
Makes sense.
maybe we'll see a 170 cycle from Sylv in this match.
I'd be down.
Oh, they're hopping right in. There's a desert village. Haven't
Alright.
seen any other structure. So we
There's a cave there, I think, in front of Saturn.
we'll see what happens here.
Oh yeah, that's a big cave. That's a big boy cave.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a cave seed. Sylv is choosing to go to the village first to check for a blacksmith, but either way, you do go to this village for food. So Sylv, oh, there is a blacksmith.
Gets a blacksmith,
That
so
was
that might be a
very
huge.
hidden.
Yeah, gets a.
That's actually going to be quite an advantage. The furnaces and the blacksmith, you get 2 furnaces as well. That's like
I mean, I'm not sure the furnace is.
something.
Oh no, yeah, actually they do.
And he gets to kill the chickens in the village with the iron pick. This is quite
Yeah,
nice. So
I mean, definitely a nice little time save here. It's
it's
gonna
like
find the same iron Saturn did as well.
they're both going to start smelting at around the same time, and but Silva already has like the advantage of having an iron pick and 1 iron already. So yeah, that 8 iron is literally all that Silv needs. So Silv's going to be already here at the surface, everything set up. So this is really good for Silv. Right now, she should probably work on, yeah, she's going to be getting her stone tools. And I don't know what happened with Saturn. Saturn had to relog, seems. And now Saturn's timer is a bit bugged, but oh well. Not quite sure what happened there, but either way, still fine.
Does it? When you have restart on old words, like start on old words, does it like reset the timer or something? Not sure.
I guess
I,
so.
I know that's like a setting that's always like a big debate in tournaments. Like, well,
Yeah.
people setting it to the wrong value. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're both grabbing leaves right now, but Sylph obviously has the advantage of just having all her stuff, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saren is overlapping his iron smelting quite well here, it seems. So
Yep.
it's hopefully gonna be able to make up some of the time loss.
Should only need to get sheep and chickens, and then we'll have all the food from the village, so won't be an issue. But Saturn probably will craft an iron pick here and then come across the blacksmith and get an additional iron pick. That's probably what's going to end up happening because the blacksmith is pretty hidden, so I'm guessing that Saturn thinks there isn't one.
I mean, he might not even check for it. Because, I mean, you don't have to go deep into the village.
This is
If you just want to get
true.
some of the carrots.
We'll see what happens.
You will indeed.
Let's see. So pretty much just getting all this sheep too. Does have all the leaves and everything. So I do think Sylv might be a little bit more ahead since Sylv already has food and
Absolutely.
everything.
Yeah, it's just gonna grab some gravel here at the well. Always nice.
Okay,
I'm
Saturn
not
does
sure
have.
I don't think I've seen the lava pool yet, but I'm assuming it's just in the desert somewhere.
It's me neither, but it looks like Sylv's going to be looking for it already. Not sure how
Okay.
much wool. 22 wool, 8 feathers, all leaves, bunch of food. Sylv just has a huge advantage here. But yeah, it's a total mystery where this lava pool is.
I feel like I spotted it there, but if... No, okay, never mind, I didn't. Is it towards the plains? This is weird. I mean, yeah, if Saturn finds this faster, he could definitely make up some time.
I mean, Sylv could find a far lava pool and push cords a lot because of it.
But I
But
mean... No guarantee it would be in the right direction.
It is unpredictable. Could give a much worse nether spawn. Or a luckier one. It's hard to say. But still no lava pool in sight. So this is kind of scary. Saturn looks to be heading in this very similar direction. But slightly different. And finds a lava pool right here. Right by the village.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Sylph just went too, like, directly into the village instead of looking around the edge of the biome. This is fairly close to the plains. I don't think Sylph just didn't check, like, close enough to spawn, basically. Went straight into the desert. Yeah, and I mean, Saturn just making up all that time now.
I think Sylv is just at the point where it's so late to run back to the village to look for the intended lava pool. Since you're this far out on cords, you might as well just try anything to find a lava pool to still have the advantage.
Yeah, you kind of just gotta bank on getting lucky here. But I mean, if you don't, then you're definitely in big trouble.
Sylv might see a lava pool in this plains right here.
No, I think that's just
These are
pigs,
just
alright?
pigs. I'm not sure. Sylv seems to be set on running this direction. But I don't see anything, so this is really bad. Saturn's gonna have a big lead here because of this. Even though Sylv was quite far ahead, running into the desert to look for the lava pool. And still doesn't see anything. Wow. Okay, let's have a look at chat real quick. Yep, Sylv is heading to the 116 rank. Stronghold big? That is very, very, very risky to try and attempt in a tournament. If you miss Stronghold, you just lose the run pretty much. And Saturn already has 6 rods. I mean, Saturn's timer is like a little behind, so he's not actually at 530, but still leaving probably low 7. Did have quite some pauses, so he still might be a bit like behind from the tournament timer on screen. It'll be very hard to tell. So we'll see what he does. Maybe he'll tower extra early to try and get a perfect tower start. We'll see.
Well,
Anyways,
he's grabbing some soul sand here. That's good for elevator, right?
yeah, it is, but you can also use chests, and Saturn already has chests crafted. So I'm not really sure
Okay, interesting.
why he's grabbing the soul sand. Maybe he's... No, he still has a good amount of blocks. I'm not really sure what the idea was there, but
Well, we'll
maybe he'll
see.
use it. We'll see.
He got 8. 8 is also, you don't need 8 for an elevator, so he's definitely going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he is just
Oh,
grabbing some extra
anyways,
blocks.
I did not pay attention because I was watching Saturn, but still did find another enter. So Sylph is now here, but will probably be towering very late because of this.
Yeah, is at the spawner now, though. It's also gonna go to the second one. Yeah, it's just gonna start killing blazes.
Well, Saturn, we did
Saturn does have
on
a
it for
lot of time
sure.
to push cords here, meaning he probably had good raids. So I'm
Yeah, I mean,
assuming Sylph is gonna at least be able to tower at like a reasonable time. Which is
yeah,
actually good because she did already push cords, which Saturn is just now doing. So
yeah,
it's not as bad as it could have been.
Saturn had a pretty quick blaze split, so we will be seeing similar from Sylph. I'm not sure if Sylph lava pool was in a spot with good terrain though, so we might still have to see some
Oh yeah.
travel after Nether. That's fair. We'll see. Curious to see how much rods Sylph have so far. 5 rods already, so probably won't need to wait too much longer.
Yeah, Saturn starting the tower build now. Oh, actually, never mind. Deciding against it. Wants to go a little bit further in another direction.
Yeah, this is a
Not sure
little
why, but
strange. Right next to a big lake, or not really lake, pond, I guess. Pretty big pond.
yeah, definitely not ideal. But I guess the rest of the terrain is pretty flat.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Anyways, we will be seeing an elevator set up here. No, he does not need to break anything here. Something that I do often forget is you should break the top, one of the leaves next to the bed here. But Saturn forgets to do that, which will make it much harder to leave tower. Because ideally during elevator, you want to break the top leaf that's like next to the bed, because you can't reach that leaf from the platform with the elevator setup, like that platform that you anger Enderman from. So that
Okay.
means when you want to sleep past the night, you have to respawn all the way back at the top and fall onto the bed to break that leaf, so you can respawn on there.
Oh, I
So
see, I see.
it's a little unfortunate, but it's still fine.
Yeah, one little thing to note, Sylph also grabbed some soul sand, although only 3. So he's probably also gonna opt for a bit of a elevator setup here. But yeah, you can see it's not, the time difference is not that big anymore. So did get didn't get too badly punished
So
because the
also
nether's
doing
bit
the
lost quite fast.
So also doing the elevator setup here. Does Silver to break the top leaf? No. Neither player remembers to break that top leaf. So this is interesting. Honestly, I'm not very experienced with elevators, so I don't know the workarounds. Maybe the runners know what they're doing. I don't really know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Interesting. Saturn could have pre-crafted blaze powder, but doesn't. Instead chooses to clear inventory. Not a big deal, but any overlap is ideal. Yeah, we'll see. Sylph probably will be starting tower only like a minute later, which isn't terrible, not too far behind.
Again, Saturn is having some struggles with the water pool there, I think. There's the one Enderman just like kind of sitting in front of. Did manage to TP over it at some point, but it could definitely get annoying here.
So not replacing the dirt is really bad. Ooh, there's dirt at the bottom. Yeah, that could be problematic. Because if the Endermen pick up dirt on the bottom and you let the sand down, it could push the items into those pockets instead of into the elevator. So that is a problem. No, Sylve is actually less further out, like much less further out. You can definitely see by the chords. So is it
Is that
250,
not the same river
400?
they're on? Like,
No, it doesn't seem like it.
looked like just from the top, it looked very similar.
You can actually
Maybe we can
see
see it
Sylve
again.
by the village at spawn. It's right there in render. So there, maybe Sylve actually did travel back to the village for this enter. Now
Oh
I'm
yeah, never
starting to
mind. It's
think
not
that
the
is
same.
what happened. Yep.
Yeah, it seems like a. Yeah, that's the same. Actually, yeah, okay,
Yep,
actually.
there's the portal right there at Saturn's enter. Really unfortunate, but it was the right decision to go back. And you can see that At the bottom of Saturn's hole, items, a bunch of dirt has been picked up, and the items are everywhere. So Saturn has to bail out of elevator here and just go for an invulnerability exit. But it's gonna be tough. You're gonna have to break all the leaves and stuff underneath this bed to fall down the hole, because the platform that you're angering Enderman from isn't aligned over the hole with the elevator setup. So you have to break every leaf that's below the bed platform in order to fall in. Anyways, I cannot tell how much pearls Saturn had. I did not
Yeah, me
even
neither.
I didn't even see where it was in the inventory. I'm gonna be so real.
I was waiting. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even see the inventory pop up. I'm a bit too tired.
Still has double
to-
digits. Double digit pearl count. I think it was 11.
Gets
So
2 more
honestly,
spawns here.
Sylph could actually be catching up and leaving tower maybe even first.
I mean,
Jeez.
maybe the water pool here and being right next to the plains
Yeah, that was a
might have
weird
messed with Saturn's tower split.
Yeah, that's a weird play from Saturn. Saturn wanted to check pearls, and there was a spider burning in the lava, and Saturn was one hit. He decided to jump down and just got one hit by the
Does
spider.
definitely have double digits too now. I'm not sure
Yeah,
how
I
many
saw
though.
that. Might have been like 12 or 13.
Sylve meanwhile is exiting here. Just slapped and is gonna go for the elevator now.
Sylv
Wait.
is not doing elevator, but it will be doing pearl exit. Oh, pretty good pearl, pretty good pearl. Got Sylv up like 25 blocks, almost 30.
I think Sylve just kind of forgot that she wanted to go for an elevator. Or actually,
Um,
maybe there might have been a cave. That
okay,
might have been what
Saturn
happened.
is doing the right thing here. You want to break all these leaves, and it should be not sure what Saturn's trying to do here. Yeah, you want to fall down this hole. And yeah, so both of them doing invulnerability exit. Saturn got 17 pearls, actually. Pretty good pearl.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Both traveling to the stronghold now.
Okay, we do
Sylve
gotta
is...
keep in mind, though, Saturn lost his blaze rods.
Wait, what?
What happened?
Oh
He doesn't
shit.
have blaze rods. That is very
Okay,
strange.
hold on.
No,
Why would you reset that?
yeah, that makes no sense.
That's definitely not the correct
That
play.
makes no sense. Started everything but that. That
Yeah, I
is
mean,
very odd.
at this point, it's Sylve C to lose.
No, but that isn't like a bug. It's not like it can't just vanish. There's like a trampoline bug I've seen where like the item like disappears into like one of the holes that the TNT goes in or something. Maybe it's something like that, but also I've just never I don't even know what happened. It's elevator. You shouldn't randomly lose your items down there. It's very odd. Yeah. So this is just huge for Sylv. Both runners had incredibly strange incidents just ruining their run. Anyways, I'm very confused about what's going on for Saturn here. Saturn has a furnace just here, and he didn't even make like a wood pick or anything. I don't even know what's going on, honestly. Okay. Yeah, no, that is a thing that can happen. If you have it in the crafting menu, it'll just like throw out or something.
Sylve
But
is might think she's still behind here because she did lose a lot of time having to go back to spawn.
yeah, we'll see what happens in the
So
fight. Also, I think
might
I
go
only
for some
see
riskier shots.
two string in Sylv's inventory, so she'll want to find a library to get a bow. This is very interesting. Very odd.
Gonna be a little bit awkward for sure. But
I
it's digging
still
down, man.
have no idea what happened to Saturn though. I don't even know where those blaze rods could have went. But yeah. Tape self
Digs
digs.
right into a
It's a
library.
library.
Sweet.
That's so
That's
convenient.
incredible.
Wow.
I mean, hey, you take those.
And there's the and if so probably just gonna there's the
Miss,
portal room. So
misses the portal room
missing
dig
the
down.
portal room actually is actually a good thing for Sylph here. Which is kind of crazy. Missing the portal room actually giving an advantage. Only 6 beds, but plenty of arrows. Should be totally fine.
I mean, could have mined some string to get an extra bed here, but
It is
obviously
a
doesn't know
build
how
though.
far ahead she is right now, so
Yeah, 6 beds
definitely
is
not the right play.
6 beds is really comfortable.
Yeah.
Decent bed, especially for that angle. And ooh, shooting that crystal was a little odd. It didn't even hit the shot anyways, and there's just another charge.
It's another one. Wow, this could be a
And
fast
what
fight.
the heck? Oh my gosh.
Not
And
hitting the
that's just another
clean.
one. Oh, that isn't.
Never mind.
Looked a lot like one.
Oh, not hitting the cleanest arrow shots here, but has a lot of arrows, so should be totally fine. As long as
Yeah.
the dragon doesn't regenerate too quickly, it's all gonna be totally fine. Yeah, hitting some nice shots now. I take back everything I said.
Yep,
Is that a
only needs
charge?
one more bed.
Well,
So
it's not anymore.
it's gonna be really easy for Sylph to close out. Not really much that can go wrong here. And there's a
Get the
charge.
charge.
And that's it.
Yeah, finish it out. Yeah,
That's
well
gonna
played.
make this a 1-1. And we'll have a 3rd seed for this cider on who wins this match. That'll be very interesting. GG. Oh. Okay, guys, we've come back to the sponge portal. I don't
Wow.
know. I don't really know what dimension this takes you to, but
I would assume Oceania. Is that, well, it's not a dimension, but you know,
what? Isn't that the other name for like Australia or something?
I think so. Yeah, like the region. Yeah, I think so. And
Maybe it takes
Indonesia.
you
I
to
don't
the
know.
lost city of Atlantis.
It seems like a different dimension. Like I haven't.
Wait,
I've
they're
never
going
seen
in.
it in real
This is
life.
a temple blacksmith bastion. Wait, I yeah, there is a temple there. I actually saw a house which I thought was a temple, but there actually is a temple, so I don't look like an idiot. Thank goodness.
Well, now you
Saturn?
do because you said that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Forget what I said, chat.
Dude, I'm
Anyways,
very good at forgetting things, so you're in the right
Saturn
hands.
Saturn only grabbed 20 carats, still grabbing a lot more, but is getting to this temple way faster.
Yeah,
But
but
still,
Sylph also already got 8 feathers here, so it's
yeah,
totally set on that.
and saplings too. So we're gonna see interesting stuff from Sylv here, probably. Probably going to be growing her own trees, and pretty much only needs to deal with those and then look for a lava pool. But Saturn has a lot more stuff to worry about, getting gravel, um, getting chickens, and then finding a way to get trees and stuff too. So Sylph seems to be making a lot of smart plays here in these overworlds.
Yeah, I really hope they pay off because I do like those strats, like growing your own trees. It's I really like just like the small strats that are usually not useful, but like sometimes they just work out.
So yeah, we do see
And I
Saturn
hope I really
here.
hope there's gonna be a little bit of an advantage gained from that. We'll see though.
Okay, so Saturn is at this forest, but we haven't seen any chickens here yet. So weird play from Saturn. 10 gold, but using the gold on the gold axe and gold shovels. So can only make 1 gold pick, which is a little strange because Saturn already has an iron pick and you have a bunch of extra iron. So I think what like the play would be to make iron sword, iron shovel, iron axe, then have the rest of the gold on gold picks, but this will still be fine, just probably a little less efficient. And yeah, we see from Sylv. Sylv made an iron axe here.
Every time I commentate a 1-7 event, I realize how bad I'd be at the version, because every time I'm like, oh, did I see the lava pool yet?
Sylv
Um,
made an iron pick, already having an iron pick, but I think there's enough iron that it just doesn't even matter. So that's will be alright. And Sylv doesn't really use these trees, the
oh,
saplings.
Saturn gets an Enderman here, but it TPs away. Not
Oh
sure if it's
no.
gone now.
Yeah, it looks like it is. It's not really worth wasting time looking around for it.
Yeah, I think he was just going into the cave to get some gravel and then heard the Enderman.
But anyways, yeah, we see Sylv now. Sylv only just needs to get water and then just look for a lava pool. So I think Sylv is. Oh, but Saturn might also be heading straight for a lava pool right now, and is using this river. So we actually might see Saturn pulling ahead. Yeah, Saturn is going to get to this lava pool. Just actually, wait, no. Um,
One doesn't have gravel here.
they're both here around the
And
same time, but because Saturn chose the boat, he hasn't been grinding gravel on the way to this portal, but Sylv was able to do that and get Flint that way. So yeah, Sylv will be entering slightly faster, but there, Saturn gets gravel, only entering 5 seconds later. Still pretty even.
this reminds me of the first seed. Let's hope it doesn't end the same way.
Anyways, ooh, this fort seems like a bit of a pickle to get to. Have to do some bridging, a lot of stacking up. They'll probably have to block down on their way down or use a boat. But boats are a little strange in this version.
Yeah, probably just gonna opt for the blocking down, but we'll see.
Okay, Sylv is right here. Yeah.
Saturn now in the lead, managed to navigate the terrain a little quicker, but only in the lead by like a couple blocks, so I doubt it really matters.
Yeah, let's see. Saturn displays spawn. Bam. And Sylv's just there. Bam.
Yeah, and actually, I think Silva has a little bit of delay here, and actually, like if you look at the timer,
Oh,
arrived
yeah.
at the spawner maybe even a bit earlier, or like I think around the same time. So
Looks like barely earlier, I think. But you are right.
yeah, they're basically on the same pace.
So going for the blaze roof first. Saturn partially building one as well.
I'm not sure if I like the blaze roof. I mean, because they already used so many blocks stacking up that they might actually like have trouble getting enough for the
That
tower build.
is true. That is true.
Might have to like dig down the. Oh, actually, that's. I think Saturn used a lot of the temple blocks to build up. Was a bit more efficient there, but also Sylv might be able to. She's still got the sheer durability to just get back the leaves she used to tower up.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we can see Saturn does actually have still a good amount of leaves. Still definitely has less, but we'll see if she does use shears to get down the pillar that she's tower up. Because that would be very effective. Just getting the blocks back that you need.
Still has some durability on that on the shears as well.
Oop. Saturn's already on 6 rods. Syl's only on 4, so
Really got some
RTA-wise,
more.
we saw
Oh,
them get to the spawn at the same time, but somehow Saturn's pulled ahead. I'm gonna have another look at chat. Might have been missing some stuff. Yeah. Both runners doing their pre-crafts. And yeah, Saturn's just out. Still waiting at the spawner. It might have been just digging the spawner out earlier because Sylv prioritized building the roof while
yeah, that might
Saturn
also be.
prioritized digging, which actually means like Saturn left on just one cycle earlier.
Yeah, Saturn opting to boat here, and yeah, manages to make it
Yeah, it
work.
does it safely. Anyways, yeah, Spinnaker is right. I have seen Saturn killing Enderman. To get them to not teleport away, you have to hit at their feet. If you hit them
Okay,
higher
yeah,
up,
he
they
definitely hit them higher up
will
because he
go.
was at a higher elevation than the Enderman itself. He like hit it from up top.
Anyways, yeah, we do see Silp shearing down on that pillar, so is getting these leaves back.
I'm
Still
actually
needs
the
to
goat
use
at
some,
predicting.
but should have enough nether bricks and just a bunch of other blocks to use to be good with the tower build. And Saturn actually choosing to get some more carrots. Was getting low on food at that blaze fight. So still actually starting to push cords a little earlier. So they're pretty even.
Are they running in different directions here, or maybe I'm missing something? Looks a little bit. I
No, they're
didn't see
both
the lanes
pushing.
on Sylph's
they're-
screen, so.
Yeah, they're both pushing the same way. No,
Oh, okay.
no. Saturn's pushing positive X, but in a different like part of the desert. Still's just pushing positive Z. This is very interesting. For all we know, one of them might be pushing further from the stronghold. Wait, and look at this. No, Saturn should have ideally started tower by now, but because of this terrain, needs to wait to find for a better to look for a better spot to build the tower, and will be starting late. Wow, and that's could be bad, especially if the stronghold isn't even in this direction. I see. Yeah. Saturn did push from a different location. But keep in mind, the feed finder probably intended for the player to push from the lava pool.
Rain looks good for both players here, I think, right? I mean, I'm not the most experienced, but...
Yeah, we can see Sylph's tower is very close to spawn. You can see the temple there, the village, and pretty decent chords. Almost 600 out on the Zed. So like, pretty safe to be towering at this spot. Saturn, however, way different. But we won't know if it's good or not until we see which direction their eye goes.
Yeah, Saturn is gonna have a bit of a head start on the tower build here. But nothing major.
No, it's not Saturn, so yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I was confusing the screens. My bad, my bad.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sylv waited to 1 heart to put out the fire. Barely had enough time to place the lever and everything, but still was able to do it in time.
That
Wow,
was
that was
actually impressive to do that
cutting,
fast. I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
cutting it close.
That looked clean.
Wow. Oh, the village on Sylph screen is completely different? Oh, it is. Wait. No, but there is a spawn village there, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 villages on screen.
Yeah. Okay, I think both of them start off with 0 spawns, but Sylph has some killed right now. Not huge spawns yet for either of them. I don't know. Sylph actually might have gotten a decent spawns here. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh,
You are excused.
okay. I think I got whatever was in my system out of my system.
Fantastic. Yeah,
I think.
so I've definitely got a couple more Enderman than Saturn here. He's been kind of unlucky on the spawn side of things. But yeah, gets a couple now.
Yeah, this is pretty good now. Well, look at that. Sylph also getting like all 4 Endermen here.
Yeah, I mean,
So
definitely pulling
Sylph.
ahead a little bit, but still within reason, I'd say. And I mean, in the end, it's all just gonna be decided by who pushed the right chords.
More
Not
good.
all, but
Oh, that's
oh,
bad for Sylph. Losing 2, maybe 3 Endermen. I wasn't sure if there's a third there.
I think it
But
was
we
just
also might
2, but still.
see that
But the
Enderman
Enderman is still on
will
there.
stay, so does keep that Enderman. Oh, same with the other Enderman. So just sort of lost a bit of time. Only 6 pearls, I think. So these are not good rates.
I mean, they might catch up in the second half, but definitely not too great so far. Luckily, Saturn is gonna have to deal with the same drop rates, so as long
Yeah.
as he doesn't pull ahead in spawn rates,
But I think
should all
Saturn
be
has
fine.
been getting a lot more spawns while Sylph had that little bit of a Enderman
Yeah,
teleport deal. So
definitely.
there is a possibility that Saturn has pulled ahead with the amount of Enderman killed, but can't be sure. It's very close. Yeah, these chords are very different. It's really hard to tell who's in the better spot. There's no way to know right now.
Yeah, Saturn definitely getting some nice spawns here. Well, Sylph is kind of just getting 1 and 2 spawns, it seems.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
gonna... We'll see whoever
Oh,
finishes
that was
first.
nice. That spider was stuck up there, but the
Oh,
Enderman pushed it off.
that's
But
a 5 spawn for Saturn.
oh,
I imagine he's gonna check pearls after this.
yeah,
And
let's
we'll
see what
maybe get
he
an idea.
has.
Only 2 string.
15.
15!
Saturn's just
Alright.
out. I'm gonna assume that the rates are really good afterwards. Okay, Sylv's checking too. How much
He
is
only
Sylv gonna have?
had...
14. So Sylv's leaving too. Left
Ooh.
the world on accident. Okay, this is problematic because oh yeah.
Oh, because of ladder height. Oh, that's
No,
funny.
I think it's because Sylv left the world while
Yeah,
falling.
it's like a different ladder height that works. That's funny. Should
Time.
have dog lathered, I guess.
That's
That's a,
crazy.
that's really
I
cool.
mean, like, wait. Whoa, wait. No, Saturn pushing positive X seems to be really good here because the X is even going further out. But wait, I think Saturn has a non-intended stronghold because the Z is going down. And for Sylv, the Z is going up. They have different strongholds.
Oh my lord. But that does probably mean if Sylph has the intended one, that I'm assuming Saturn might have the further one. I'm not
I
sure. I'll see.
I do think
And it
so.
also depends a lot on terrain, I guess.
Like I really think Sylv has the intended one right now. We'll see what happens though. There maybe Saturn's isn't too far. I didn't know what Saturn's initial angle was, so we don't really know if there's an angle change here. But yeah, if anything, Sylph's chords are further out than Saturn's. And yeah, Sylph just has a giant angle change. So Sylph is just right here. Probably going to be digging down very shortly. But the stronghold is in the side of a mountain. Or in the mountain? Yeah, it's just in a mountain. So Sylph will have a slower dig down because of this. Throwing many eyes to be safe.
Yeah, I don't think she got a single eye break yet, so
Yep.
definitely just fine.
Could have a negative 2 eye and still be safe.
We'd love to see it.
Still have remaining gold picks for this dig down. That's really nice because Sylph did make the initial 3 gold pick play, especially because this is a mountain
Saturn is
dig down.
actually... Saturn's takedown just narrowly avoids the mountain. That's kind of funny.
Wow, so Saturn
It's like
is just,
right at the side here.
yeah, but still will be hitting the stronghold first. Very deep porter room. But this is still
It's a
very
2 eye
close
as well.
match. So Sylph entering first.
Pearl into the middle, because why not?
But we're probably gonna be seeing Saturn enter very shortly as well. There is a charge, but Sylph is unable to get it. Oh, and then a bait, but the dragon's just so close you can't do anything. So that's
I'm not
pretty
sure
much
about...
2 missed charges that Saturn might get. And
Um,
yeah, so Sylph hasn't gotten any beds off yet. This is actually huge. Saturn, there's a bed right there. Ooh, that was
ooh, not great.
no damage. No damage.
Also, no charges for Sylph, so... I'm not sure about their arrow counts, but they're shooting... both shooting quite a bit, so... Probably fine.
Oh,
Oh, doesn't get the
Sylph
bed
misses
off again.
another charge. This is interesting. Okay, here's Saturn's
Easy
probably gonna get a
charge
charge
for
off.
Saturn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Decent damage could have definitely been better, though. That was not...
Okay, so Saturn's actually just ahead here.
But just barely, like...
And another charge, but
It's like
not
half
able
a
to
charge of
do
difference.
anything. Both Sylph misses another charge. Dude, both players are missing a lot of charges right now. But they have to, this is just like a mental game,
Dragon
honestly.
unloads for Saturn.
These players have to
Gets
let
another
this.
charge though.
Yeah, there we go.
Good
Ooh.
damage. Decent at least.
These players need to make sure this doesn't get into their heads and just lock in. And
Oh,
Sylv's
Sylv
actually
did
ahead.
some nice beds there.
Never mind.
Now
They're
they're pretty
both
much equal again.
equal. Yeah, they both have the dragon that half health. And Saturn curls away. Is the dragon still charging? It is. Gets
Oh, that's
great
great
damage.
damage.
And there's another charge.
And
Can
gets
he get it
another
off?
charge. And that's
Doesn't
not it!
kill it. Oh my god, the dragon's.
It's at 1 HP. Another
There's a
charge,
charge.
another charge.
It's it.
That's it.
Wow.
Saturn gets
Wow.
it.
Saturn ends the
Wow.
end later, but pulls ahead with these amazing charges at the end. And look at this. Wait. Sylv kills it. Wait, what's the IGT? Saturn 2008. Sylv 2018.
10
And
seconds.
with the milliseconds, it's under 10-second difference. Wow. Saturn barely takes this win. What a crazy way to finish off this last seed. Wow. Wow, I don't even know what to say. That's crazy.
That was.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, that was an amazing
Both
last
players.
match. Definitely a great
Wow.
one.
Okay. Well, I believe we will be moving on to interviews very shortly if the runners agree to it. See if that happens. And yeah, we will be. Okay, Saturn will be joining for the interview. Yo!
What's
Yo,
up?
what's up?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So we won't speak of that second seed, right? We talked about that.
No, we will.
We won't.
We will.
Oh, it was bad. I low-key forgot structureless was a thing in this version.
It's okay. We'll
Never
wait.
play it.
We'll go through everything.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Let's say how you feel about this victory.
Good. I mean, it's a close matchup. It's always been pretty close between me and Sylv. She's very good. So kind of got nervous when it dropped down to 1-1. But luckily I
Dude.
was able to lock in. Yeah.
Especially with how close that last match was.
Yeah,
Sylv
Art was
finished
telling me.
like pretty much under 10 seconds, like just like 9-second difference.
Seriously? Holy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
So like,
also,
if that
dude,
dragon didn't charge me once I shot
but
that crystal, like I would have been
both
screwed.
both of you were struggling with the end fight. Sylv actually entered end probably like 15 seconds sooner, but was
Oh
missing a
dang.
lot of charges at the very beginning and even later on.
I know my
And
first bed was really bad on that third
yeah,
match. And then I missed another charge. And then because of that I pulled my pearls out. Thank you, Teddy, for the pearl flip bed. And
that
then I was
actually
able to
was
pull it off there.
insane. That damage was crazy.
I was like I wasn't practicing those pearls, but I was practicing those flip beds and those timings earlier, and yeah, it was
I was
pretty
always
good.
surprised that the second last bed didn't do enough damage to kill it.
I feel
'Cause
like I think it was because of where I placed it. I had it like so close to the blocks there that it was blocking the damage, and I like kind of knew that, but I also wanted to like I didn't want to like break the bed and then it kill me, so I kind of blew it up a little early, and yeah, I really didn't do that much damage. But
Anyways,
we
I
get
guess
lucky with the next charge.
yeah, well, guess we'll talk about the first seed. I kind of already forget it. Oh yeah, I remember. It was like a temple, and then there was like a swamp and oak trees. I
Oh yeah,
remember
that one.
seeing you guys had much different approaches. So what Sylv did was Sylv like went in this river in the desert to get gravel, and then went to like the swamp trees to get everything. While you
Okay.
went straight to the oak trees and actually had to bank on, I think, on the gravel.
River
You got
gravel.
on
Yeah,
gravel,
I found the craziest
which is
gravel patch.
crazy clutch. If
I
you
found
didn't,
the craziest gravel patch. That
it
was
could have
so
been
lucky.
really bad if you didn't find that, because there was
Yeah,
no clear
that
signs of
was
gravel
bad.
around.
The only reason I ran back there was because I saw the chickens off spawn, and I wanted to lock in and get them. But then I
Yeah.
eventually, after Nether, I remember I ran across a way and found some more chicken, um, which was good. And then what happened?
And then okay.
Oh yeah, well this was the seed that Sylph had that stupid glitch on. So like, who knows if I even should have won this.
Yeah, it's
That was kind of dumb from the little clip I saw. But yeah, that was very unfortunate.
Anyways, did you have a look at what happened to Sylv in the first round?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I saw the
Oh,
clip of her
oh, you did.
yeah, I saw the clip of her falling in lava, and that was really
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate seeing her
It,
die like that.
and it did kind of even out in the second round when he somehow
Yeah,
lost your
because
blaze rods.
yeah, so like I remember earlier today I wanted to make sure my timer was like the one I'm familiar with in the same spot. So I switched the speedrun IGT file from like one of my regular speedrun instances over to this. And I guess because of that, I didn't change the right settings, and the world file like kept the timer. So my timer was all messed up. So I was like a minute and a half behind. And that whole match, it was just like I was like not like I don't know how to say it. Like it was all messed up for me because of how that started, and then the fact that it's also like a seed type I'm not familiar with that I should be more familiar with, and yeah, wasn't too good. I think what happened with my items was that like it just happened to be that a few items flew over, and because there was like the two gravel or dirt that the Enderman picked up, and I think I just
Yeah,
didn't move over to pick them up, which was
yeah,
a misplay, and I should have made all those items or all those blocks rather. I should have like
yeah.
confined myself in a solid block
Yeah,
structure
we were
anyways.
we were pointing out that the dirt was pretty problematic. Actually, I
Yeah.
mean, you and Sylv both had to like bail out of elevator. I think both of you did pearl
Uh,
exit because you both got like extra pearls.
yeah, I had like
Mm,
16 when I left or something. That was pretty crazy.
But actually, something very interesting happened with Sylv that game. So Sylv like started immediately went to like the village and like got the blacksmith and the picked up the furnaces from the blacksmith too and got like all the food. So like Sylv was
Mm-hmm.
actually very like ahead, like looking for the lava pool, but Sylv
Sure.
completely missed the intended lava pool.
That's what I heard. I heard she ran like really far for, but then ended up like coming back and
Really far,
finding
but there
one.
was no lava like anywhere in the desert. Pretty
That's
much
just
checked
silly.
everywhere and just had to go back to spawn for like the intended enter. So
Yeah,
Sylv
that's
entered like
really
almost at
unfortunate.
8 minutes.
Yeah, that does really suck. But I suck, so she took that seed. I was really hoping she would just take it to
Okay,
get that seed over with because I didn't
another
want to play
thing
it
is,
anymore.
why did you decide to like full reset when you could have maybe
Well,
gone back to Nether for like blaze rods?
okay, I think my blaze rods were still down there, but the thing was, I also lost my pickaxe and didn't have any wood. So I had like sticks, and I couldn't craft anything. I couldn't even craft a pickaxe to go back down to see if my items were there. So like I could have gone back to the Nether, but I figured it's just like, and to be honest, like I just didn't want to play that seed.
I see. I mean,
Um, I kind of yeah, so I just chose to reset.
when you do think about it though, it definitely would take less than 16 minutes to find trees. Like just
Yeah, that's
building
totally
it.
true.
But I do understand that at that point you probably
Yeah.
think,
And I figured I was already like behind, and it was just yeah, I don't know. It was a very badly played on my part because
yeah,
I'm a new gen who resets for temples only when I play. So structuralist never happens for me.
yeah, no, that's fair. I struggled with my structureless match too.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it
another
just
thing.
sucks.
Okay, that last seed was like pretty close, like all around. But there was like a big difference. You guys pushed different directions and got different strongholds.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
Sylph pushed just positive Z from spawn. You pushed positive X. And Sylph actually had a,
Oh, I see. I see.
I think Sylph had a closer stronghold. You were leaving tower just like a slightly earlier, but had to travel a
Yeah.
bit further.
Yeah, my stronghold was like next to that mountain. I got kind of lucky that it wasn't fully underneath the mountain because, I mean, hearing from everything else that happened, that probably would have lost me the match if
I
I
mean, yeah,
hadn't
Sylph did actually
had
have
it
to
there.
dig down in a mountain at like wide 90 something.
Oh, really? Okay, well, maybe I got lucky digging
It was
at like
much
70.
closer to Stronghold though, so still was ahead.
Sure.
Yeah,
Because you
another
said she entered like 20 seconds faster or 15 seconds faster.
something around there. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, and
So, yeah.
I'm not sure what else there is to talk about, but yeah, what a match.
Hi,
That was,
Cantaria.
that was just so close.
Hi, sorry, I can't really talk. I muted because my cat is
Oh,
kind of
because
like
you're.
walking around the mic.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought it's because of seed queue.
No, no, my
Check
cat is
out
just
seed
like
queue, guys. Sorry. Sorry.
yeah, my cat is. I don't know if you can hear her right now. She's not too close to the mic right now, but yeah,
No, I can't. But yeah.
yeah. I did want to have random cat noises just interrupting you guys talking.
For sure. No,
But
it's
yeah,
fine. It's fine.
Random cat noises is
GG's.
always appreciated.
Always accepted.
think-
Exactly.
Now's a good time to end the stream, though.
Yeah.
probably
I
find
gotta go
someone to
set up seed queue.
raid.
Let me see if I find
Any
anyone.
suggestions? Is anyone streaming
looking.
still afterward, or
Okay. Antricus.
oh, true.
How do we feel about Antricus?
That's true. I think that's
Or Posho?
Oh, Posho's actually playing, so
Posh's playing a UHC.
Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, Antricus.
Yeah.
okay.
all right. Well,
Cool. GG's. Thank you guys.
GG's. Goodbye, everyone.
All right.
Adios, amigos.
Bye, chat. Bye, runner.